on the day of Surya-Grahan. A solar eclipse, also known as Surya-Grahan, occurs when the moon passes between the sun and the earth, blocking out the sun's light partially or entirely. The solar eclipse has always been seen as an important celestial event and has fascinated humans for centuries. From the various myths that have covered the phenomena to the genuine advice given by agencies and elders, the Suryagrahan is for sure one of the most awe-inspiring phenomena that takes place. What is a solar eclipse? A solar eclipse happens when the moon in its orbit around the earth places itself directly between the earth and the sun. This placement of alignment of the moon causes it to cast a shadow on earth, leading to a temporary darkening of the sky during the day. There are different types of solar eclipses, including total, partial, and annular, depending on the placement, the amount of space it covers, and the distance between the earth, moon, and sun. When does an eclipse take place? Solar eclipses occur periodically, but they are not very frequent events in any given location. Simply put, a solar eclipse will take place when the moon's orbit intersects with the earth, with the plane of Earth's orbit around the sun, aligning the three bodies in a straight line. Solar eclipses can only happen during the new moon phase, when the moon is positioned between the earth and the sun. And this year, the first solar eclipse or Suryagrahan of the year is set to take place on April 8, where the moon will completely block the sun, thus resulting in a complete solar eclipse. Will it be visible in India? A solar eclipse is of four types: total eclipse, annular eclipse, hybrid eclipse, and partial eclipse. And while they are all extremely exceptional in their ways, they are not always visible across the earth. The visibility of the eclipse depends on one's geographic location. Sometimes they may not be visible at all from certain regions. At times, they are visible across a whole continent, and other times you can only see them in specific countries. The first solar eclipse of this year, which is a total eclipse and it's set to take place on April 8, will not be visible in India. This eclipse will only be visible in North America, Mexico, the United States, and Canada. The many different beliefs around the eclipse. Throughout history, solar eclipses or Suryagrahans have been surrounded by many different beliefs and explanations. Many ancient civilizations believed that a solar eclipse was a sign of impending doom, the anger of gods, or the result of giant monsters trying to eat the sun so that life on the earth perishes. And so, when the eclipse started, people started to pray and ask for forgiveness. When the eclipse used to fade away, it was seen as a sign that God successfully answered their prayers. In some other cultures, people refrain from eating during an eclipse or going out during that time, fearing that it would be harmful or attract negative energies who were trying to harm the sun god. What does NASA say? The Monday, April 8, 2024, a total solar eclipse will cross North America, passing over Mexico, the United States, and Canada. The total solar eclipse will begin over the South Pacific Ocean, weather permitting. The first location in continental North America that will experience totality is Mexico's Pacific coast at around 11:07 a.m. PDT. The path of the eclipse continues from Mexico, entering the United States and Texas, and traveling through Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Small part of Tennessee and Michigan will also experience the total solar eclipse. The eclipse will enter Canada in southern Ontario and continue through Quebec, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Cape Breton. The eclipse will exit continental North America on the Atlantic coast of Newfoundland, Canada at 5:16 p.m. in DT. Precautions by NASA. Except during the brief total phase of a total solar eclipse when the moon completely blocks the sun bright face, it is not safe to look directly at the sun without specialized eye protection for solar viewing. Viewing any part of the bright sun through a camera lens, binoculars, or a telescope without a special purpose solar filter secured over the front of the optics will instantly cause severe eye injury. When watching the partial phases of the solar eclipse directly with your eyes, which happens before and after totally, you must look through safe solar viewing glasses or a safe handheld solar viewer at all times. Eclipse glasses are not regular sunglasses. Regular sunglasses, no matter how dark, are not safe for viewing the sun. Safe solar viewers are thousands of times darker and ought to comply with the ISO 123122 international standard. NASA does not approve any particular brand of solar viewers. Things to do during an eclipse. Although the eclipse is not going to be visible in India or any part of the Asian subcontinent, here we list some do's and don'ts to follow for the subsequent ones. Use eye protection. Staring directly at the sun even during an eclipse can cause permanent eye damage. If you're a space enthusiast and are amazed by the eclipses and observing them, make sure to use specially designed solar viewing glasses or handheld solar viewers to protect your eyes from the harmful rays. Take care of your pets. While humans now have access to abundant information, animals may become confused or agitated during an eclipse due to the sudden change in light. So try to keep your pets indoors or in a secure location to prevent them from harming themselves or running away. Take photographs with safety. If you have decided to capture the eclipse with your camera or your smartphone, make sure to take proper precautions with that too. Make sure you have a solar filter to protect your device's lens and your eyes. Never look directly at the sun through a camera or binoculars without appropriate filters. Enjoy it if you wish to. A solar eclipse is a rare and awe-inspiring event, and so if your thoughts and beliefs allow you to, take the time to appreciate this beauty of nature and the wonders of universe, but with proper protection. What to not do during the eclipse? Don't look directly at the sun. This cannot be emphasized enough. Myths, belief, and superstitions apart, staring at the sun during an eclipse even for a few seconds can cause severe eye damage or blindness. Always use proper eye protection or indirect viewing methods. Don't use unfiltered devices. Seeing the eclipse through smartphones, cameras, or telescopes without adequate solar filters can result in irreversible damage to the equipment and pose a risk to your eyesight as well. So, make sure to have the right equipment. Don't look for DIY options. While it is tempting to explore and experiment, try not to when your eyesight and your camera or other devices at stake. Homemade filters such as smoke glass, CDs, or sunglasses are not safe for viewing a solar eclipse, and these makeshift filters do not provide sufficient protection from the sun's harmful rays. Don't panic. Although there are many different myths and beliefs associated with the solar eclipse, in the age of information, it is better to not panic. There is no need to panic or fear during an eclipse as long as you follow certain safety guidelines and stay informed. No harm can happen due to the moon blocking the sun.